What up, guys? I'm Ben. And Tommy's not here. But we have Arcadia Quest. Anyways, Tommy is out gallivanting, doing who knows where. He doesn't tell me anything. No, but he's on vacation, so he'll be back in a couple weeks. But I wanted to keep the content coming, so I am joined by none other than Arcadia Quest. Arcadia Quest, say hello. It's almost as good as Tommy. Like, if you didn't know any different, you probably couldn't tell the difference, actually. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk Arcadia Quest. So, in order to, keep this as quick, concise, and informative as possible, I'm just going to lay out a couple quick talking points as to what I want to discuss with Arcadia Quest. And if you're interested in more in-depth rules explanation or whatnot, I know that a lot of other reviewers do those, and they're really great. But I just want to talk about the game a little bit. We are talking board games, so let me just give you my thoughts on the game, and we'll see if it's for you. Okay, so Arcadia Quest is basically your non-typical dungeon crawl. You and your friends are going to be controlling a guild of heroes in this cute little chibi miniature style with heads that are like half the size of their body. How does that even work? Do they not like tip over? But these cute little chibi miniatures, you'll have 3 of them on your team. And then as you go, you'll be adding different items to them, armor, weapons, abilities, and stuff to make them better. But not only are you going into this dungeon to fight monsters, to fulfill objectives, and to get the most money, but so is everyone else. And if you are in their way, then they might just smack you up a little bit. And if they're in your way, you know what? Nothing wrong with throwing them around a little bit. We here at this channel do not condone fighting or any sort of physical violence with you and your gaming buddies. This game, though, it does it okay. Like, you're able to go in there, and because you're not just like fighting each other, you have objectives and stuff you're trying to do, it doesn't feel as mean as other games. That's it. You go in, you roll some dice, you attack each other, you attack the monsters, and just play until someone completes the objectives needed to finish the scenario. So, let's talk a couple different points about the game. This game is put out by CMON. Back at the time, it was known as a Cool Mini or Not when it came out. And it is designed by Eric Lang. So let's talk a little bit about that combination, CMON and Eric Lang. As far as I'm concerned, this game is maybe one of his earlier big box games that he did, and it doesn't really fit his mold, which is kind of interesting. To name a few, you have Blood Rage, you have Rising Sun, you have Chaos in the Old World. Those are some of his bigger box miniature games that he's helped put out with them. And now we have Arcadia Quest. Those games are all very confrontational, area majority games, whereas Arcadia Quest is a very light... I don't want to say light. Who came up with this term light? Like, light? It's a game that's fairly straightforward. You're just rolling some dice pretty much, choosing which heroes to activate and which items to activate along with them. But it definitely doesn't fit his mold, but I really like what Eric Lang did here. He created a game that is both lighthearted, but also tactical and just, I don't know, rewarding. That's a good way to put it. I know that Tom said in his review that the monsters running around are like bags of money that you just hit, and it's like, oh, money. And that's kind of how it feels, you know, throughout the game. You're just racking up all this money, and it's just fun. Like, there's no other really way to describe Arcadia Quest. And from that last point, I really like what the talking's tough, right? Am I the only one who has a hard time talking sometimes? I really like what Eric Lang has done here. And yeah, the other half of that equation is CMON, right? And therein, I'm not sure how I feel about it. Yes, you have great minis. Yes, the gameplay and the components and stuff really blend well together. But if you look on my shelf behind me here, I I also have Arcadia Quest Beyond the Grave and Arcadia Quest Pets. And I will do some subsequent videos on those here in the next 2 weeks while Tommy's gone as well. But the stuff, man, there's just stuff everywhere. It's just this and that, and you're trying to collect it all. And like, really, I've got Arcadia Quest stuff like coming out my ears. But not only is there a lot of stuff like here within the games, but I'm talking like you're at like the store and there's like little add-on packs for extra heroes and little add-on packs for like metal coins and plastic life counters, and they really want you to put a lot of money into this. And while I like that idea, I can barely store everything as is. So that's CMON, and I didn't get it on the Kickstarter, mainly because I wasn't doing Kickstarters at the time. I just might have had it, I've been hindsight. But the Kickstarter came with like tons of stuff, like add-ons and bonus stuff and this and that. If you saw, much later, the Arcadia Quest Inferno campaign, you saw that you basically got full-blown expansions for free. And a lot of exclusive stuff that now I am missing out on, and other people as well. Not sure I'm a huge fan of that model as far as kickstarting and promoting your product goes, but there's a lot of stuff for it. So you're definitely going to have enough replayability with all the stuff that's out there. Next talking point. So, is this game for you? Okay. It's hard to say. I've owned this game for a very long time now, and I've just now got into playing it and finished the campaign and all of that fun stuff, and I can see why it's taken so long. First, the game setup is a beast. It's half an hour or so or more to set up for each individual scenario of the game. Reason being is you have each player's pieces, you have each player's miniatures, you have each player's cards from the previous campaign, you have to lay out the map tiles, you have to find the monsters associated with it, where they go on the map, then you have to find the monster cards, and then you have to find the quest cards and all the cards that are associated with the quest. And you've got to lay this all out on the table before you even begin, or else it just doesn't work. So there's that. It can be time consuming, given that the game claims to have a 60 to 90 minute playtime. 60-minute playtime on the box. That is also false. I think every game of this I've played was at least an hour and a half to 2 hours, plus the half-hour setup and like 15-minute teardown. Okay, so there's that. Next up, you have the campaign, which is where you enjoy a lot of the fulfillment in the game, we'll say. Like, yes, it's fun to run around and hit stuff and get money and, kick your friends' butts and stuff. But what's really fun is taking the money that you've earned and spending it on cool things that you will have and no one else will have for the next game. And the next game, using that cool thing to kick your buddy's butt some more. So you can have more coins. So the next game, you buy something even better to kick their butt even more. And the campaign is only 6 games, which is great. I enjoy that. That's a good campaign length for me. There's no legacy aspect to it, and so there's not a problem with replayability. But going through those 6 games can be kind of a task, especially given the setup time. And once you start throwing in the other expansions and pulling stuff out of the boxes, but some people will love that. And if you are one of those people who will love that, then this game you will love. Me and my group, we play so many games that it's just not for us. And we've had a hard time keeping this campaign going because we have to find extra time on the side when few people are available, because everyone's got so many other games that they'd like to get played. Next talking point. Let's go ahead and talk about what we could compare this game to. Is this game comparable to anything else out there? As of right now, I'm having a hard time saying it is. It's a very unique game. There are a lot of dice chucking games with combat, but most of them are majority area control. This is most similar to something along the lines of like Descent or Imperial Assault, but it's competitive, which is really interesting. And it just works. So if you are into those type of games, I won't say that the theme is there as much as maybe Descent and Imperial Assault. Unless you consider a theme being the little chibi miniatures running around smacking each other over the top of the head. Me, not so much. But the gameplay is, and it's just fun. Like, I don't know. It's hard to say much more about that. The reason why I decided to do this while Tommy's not here is because we've been playing this campaign without Tommy. Because it's not really a game I feel that would appeal to him, and I have invited him to play, and he has declined graciously. Would it be graciously? That's okay. The game's not going to be for everyone. So it's not really even for me, to be honest. I enjoy Euro games and puzzly, thinky games. But this game can be refreshing to sit back, have a good laugh, eat some snacks and stuff while you're throwing some dice and moving your pieces around the board. So I do recommend this game. I do. And unlike a lot of other CMON games, there is enough game in the base box to enjoy and get full value from it, as opposed to many other things that they put out. But the expansions are great, and they add a lot. So keep your eyes open for those. We'll be talking about those later. But yeah, that is Arcadia Quest. It's a great game. Go and pick it up. Just be careful, because once you get started in these CMON games, it's a long, long road to get out. Anyways, that's me. I'm Ben. This is Arcadia Quest. And until next time, keep playing games, having fun. Do Tommy the favor of saying like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you later. Bye.